Hello, welcome back to another video on the channel where healing and spiritual growth are front and center. Alright, this video shout out goes to my niece, Courtney, for inspiring this, because as a survivor herself, alright, you all listen, we start to learn more and more about narcissistic abuse, and then we see it, and we, oh my goodness, it's like, well, alright then, yeah, I mean, that's why I've said before, everybody is subjected to it on a daily basis. Just a lot of these narcissistic abusers who are crept and unaware don't even realize that they themselves are still, because they're trauma bonded to some matrix or another. Okay, so, whatever. Alright, but here's the thing, alright, many of us, we go through these seasons, to learn. God guides our step. Go through these seasons. And then it gets to that point where worldview labels and things like that no longer resonate with our spirit, And so we learn to unlearn what the world tried to label us as, or what the world tried to tell us about ourselves, right? We learn to unlearn that, alright? Because it's not true. Right, because we are in a spiritual battle for the mind. But here's what the enemy has done. Alright? Because when the world slaps a label on a survivor, yes, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? With whatever. Okay? Disorder that, whatever this, whatever that. Okay? Because there's so much overlap, right? That's why for some of us it no longer was resonating. It's like it's something not jiving here anymore, because why would there be that much overlap? Okay, why? As we started to see more narcissism all around us during that initial, awakening, at their very beginning, and then the further along we get, and the more God reveals to us, we see what's going on here. These narcissistic abusers are using those labels as ammunition to abuse. Right? Yes. That's exactly what they're doing. And they do it through guilt tripping. That's right. Trying to make the survivor who, isn't sure yet, they haven't realized yet about themselves that what the world has told them, not necessarily true. Well, definitely not. The devil is a liar. And so what the narc does, if a survivor tells somebody, that that's what they have or whatever, and then the narc turns around and uses that to guilt trip, further abusing the survivor. And that's the trick of the enemy. That's exactly what he does. Right? So with the world, narcs are the ones who will, because remember, in their entitlement mindset, there's nothing wrong with them, right? In their mind, it's everybody else's fault, right? In their mind, they're not ever to blame. They don't take accountability for their bad behaviors. Right? In their mind, they think that everyone else is the problem and not them, because of their ism mindset. And so they will take that stuff and use it to guilt trip, and to abuse further. And that, my fellow warriors, is exactly what those were meant to do. Not only to keep people confused, but also as another weapon to dish out more abuse. And what does that do? It'll make the survivor feel guilty or bad about whatever it is that they've been told is going on. Make them feel bad about it when they have no reason to. Because what they're experiencing is the normal stuff as a response to an abnormal circumstance, right? All that narcissistic abuse. And so these narcissistic abusers are the first one who view that the worldview labels, the narcissistic abusers are the first one that will take that and they view it as like some kind of a poison or something. They view it as all bad, right? See, that's part of their black and white thinking. They view it as all bad. So, the survivor tells this narc, that this is what they've got or whatever, and then the narc turns around and makes a big deal out of it, and then also uses it to dish out more abuse. And it's like, okay, see, they'll use that as ammunition, and that's when the narc automatically will view the survivor as all bad. Hands down, okay? View the survivor as all bad, no matter what, because they have some sort of an issue or two or whatever, when those are caused by the narcissistic abuse. See, that's classic. The enemy kicking people while they're down. That's how he does it too. That's a classic illustration of that. Is that they'll take that and use it as ammunition to abuse further, to try to kick that survivor while they're down, while they're trying to sort through it themselves. They're trying to get a handle on it. They're trying to understand what's going on as well. And so the enemy knows this. And so he's going to use one of these narcissistic abusers to dish out more of that abuse, to keep kicking them while they're down. That's the signature of the enemy. That's the devil in disguise, you all. That's exactly what he's doing. And so we've got a lot of people believing, things about themselves that aren't true. And so it's all part of the process that we unlearn that stuff. Okay? Listen, y'all are not alone there. There's still quite a lot, even myself had to unlearn. Okay? Seriously, that's another part of the process. Alright, so you all are not alone on this journey. Oh, no. That's why I said we invite you all to come on this journey with us. We share our experiences, share the insights, share each other God's wisdom. We'll learn from one another, okay, as we are, still, unraveling, God's revealing all, as he promised he would do, that's going on, okay, with the wickedness and the spiritual wickedness in high places and all of that. And so, okay, but that is exactly what the enemy does, is he will throw out more abuse based on whatever it is the survivor has been told and kind of believes about themselves, okay? And over time, y'all, you sort through that, right? We sort through that. And then we go, you know what? We're in a spiritual battle for the mind. And remember, what a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, right? See, the enemy uses that as a weapon, you all. We're big on letting y'all know that the enemy uses that, okay? And so we get a better understanding that we become more mindful what we tell ourselves, okay, about ourselves, all right? No, we don't let the enemy trick us into engaging in that negative self-talk. See, that's a lot of what the enemy's trying to do. Also, when he uses whatever it is that the survivor, is working through, if you will, or to overcome that challenge, whatever it is, and the enemy will use that, to dish out more abuse, okay, and leave more confusion, but also to trick that survivor into continuing to gaslight themselves with that negative self-talk, okay? And so that's why the enemy wants to do that, because he knows that what a man thinketh, that's right, so is he. And so it's like, you know what? All right, it's an unfortunate thing that goes on, but it does. And so how do we combat that? The heightened awareness. That's how we combat it. Okay, heightened awareness. Observe more, speak less. Okay, we see what they're doing. See, for a lot of people who have, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, narcissistic abusers, yes, if there's what quote-unquote considered a handicap, the narcissistic abusers use that as a weapon to abuse as well. Y'all are not alone there either, okay? Yeah, the sneaky little gaslight, or they think they're being sneaky, but it gets to a point where they're no longer, okay? Because we're not oblivious to their tricks anymore. Right? Remember, narcissistic abusers, they're the ones that are oblivious to the enemy's tricks. That's why they think we are oblivious to theirs. No, God has given us that heightened awareness that we need, right? So we can catch this stuff. And we go, yeah, we see what the enemy's trying to do. And so, yeah, if there's whatever a perceived flaw, okay, by these narcissistic abusers, they will use that to abuse, absolutely. And no, none of it is okay. All right, we know that. None of it is okay. And I would tell y'all something. I'll share with you for whoever needs this, because to help you put it in perspective. Alright, it was in a toxic workplace. Little story time here briefly. Toxic workplace. Had a narc, okay, who was, oh my goodness, just a younger version of the ex-psychopath roommate. I mean, splitting image of, exact same patterns of behavior and weird statements and things like that. And I was like, do these two know each other? I mean, I'm serious, okay? But anyhow, that one, alright, was, basically dishing out narc abuse to a customer that has some perceived flaws, okay? And I was like, not only did he try it on me, I reported him to HR, okay, you all? That's exactly what I did. And I told HR, I said, I'm good. I said, I'm not even thinking about me, okay, because I'm good. I'm over it, I'm an adult, okay, because I view my own little whatevers as blessings from God, because they truly are. You have no idea, okay? Blessings from God. And so I have accepted that what it is a blessing from God, and I'm thankful for it. So I'm good, all right? And we're trying to dish out that stuff. I see what they're doing, right? And so they're trying to dish out that stuff. But when I saw it, I was like, wait, if doing that to me, he would do it to other coworkers that have, a perceived flaw of sorts. And so I was thinking about them. And then I was also thinking about the customers. And lo and behold, it was not long after that he did that to a customer. And I called HR. I told her. And I was like, gotta have a talk with that kid, because, see, that's sometimes, depending on the circumstances, that's what we have to do. Is go to another, a higher up, okay, another authority figure. Like, because, see, I was just a regular employee. I didn't have management or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that if I tried to say anything, it was not going to go over. So they went, and she had the district manager talk to him. And that put a stop to it, because that's not okay. That was workplace harassment, big time, abuse, right? And then dishing it out to on people. We were like, that we're not okay with that. No, that's part of how the righteous are bold as a lion, okay? And so sometimes that's what we have to do, and to curtail that, because not only was that not professional, okay, but it was evil, and that's not acceptable. Absolutely not. And I do know that, I personally did not care if they knew who it was that reported him. But I was like, I'm going to have to learn that, that's not okay. And, obviously not good for business either, right? So, a lot of little things that go into it. But that's what this does when the survivor, or whoever it is, the target, has a perceived flaw. Then they're not going to use that as ammunition to abuse, okay? And so we realize what they're doing. And that's part of how the enemy, classic, okay? Again, part of how the enemy likes to kick people while they're down, when they're trying to sort through and get a handle on what's going on, and learning who they are, and growing and maturing and during all of that. So the enemy wants to keep kicking them while they're down. That's classic narcissism in action. Alright, you all, seriously. As always, if you have any questions, you know where to reach me. For additional information, insight, and other good stuff, you can check out these videos right here. Sending love and light to all fellow warriors. Thank you for watching, listening, and for your support. Till next time, let's show some gratitude to the Heavenly Father, and you keep being you. In Jesus' name, amen.